All right, now we are going to pot up my Monstera adansonii here, okay? And I've had this growing. This one has gone insane. The vines are a few feet long. I got cuttings from a friend last year that she sent me in the mail, and I put them in water, rooted them, and then made these cuttings over here. So I'm going to consolidate all these inside of another pot. So this time I'm going to use this hanging basket here that I forgot what I had here. I actually have my giant fern in one of these. Big mama fern, if you follow me on Ohio Tropics on Instagram. This is actually a self-watering pot, and there's actually a hole here at the bottom. You can put water in here and it would take it up. I don't actually use it that way, but the water will drain down here. But I liked this pot, so I'm just gonna put my Monstera in here. There's kind of the perforated bottom, there's no large drainage hole, so I'm not gonna put any of the broken clay at the bottom. So why don't we go ahead and repot this one as well. Wow, these vines got huge, and I should probably trim it again and, to make it more full. So these plants are actually climbers. Monsteras are actually climbers, right? But they're often sold as hanging baskets. So it's really a personal preference. And ooh, I think this one got really pot bound. These must have serious roots. I'm just taking my knife, going around the perimeter to loosen it up a little bit. Wow. I did not expect this from these few little vines. Oh, and there's roots coming out of the bottom. So another reason I like using the broken pieces of clay at the bottom is because after you pass your knife around the perimeter there, you could then just push the bottom with your finger here and the plant comes out. See that? Pretty nifty, huh? Okay, so the plant came out very easily. It's not super pot bound, which is good, but there are roots circling at the bottom, right? So again, I'm going to take these and kind of loosen them up a little bit, give them a good, tease them around a little bit, okay? See that? Loosened up my roots. Try not to break any, but sometimes you might have to loosen it up, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your plant's not gonna die. Don't worry, people, okay? All right. And this is normally a bigger pot. This is actually a bigger pot than I would normally recommend using. I normally say just go up 1 or 2 sizes, but since I added my orchid bark, it should provide a really nice, airy, chunky potting medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more soil here. All right, I'm gonna add, oh my gosh, my Monstera that I had grown from cuttings quite a while ago, but several months ago. I think it was, oh, I don't know when it was. They root pretty quickly. Okay. It was less than a year ago. All right. And then I had these cuttings that I'm going to also put in there. Some of them actually didn't root, which was interesting. When you make a cutting of a vine, or many other types of plants as well, you want to include, when you're propagating, you want to have 1 or 2 nodes that are either in water if you're propagating in water, or in soil if you're just putting them in soil to root. You want to have 1 or 2 nodes underneath the surface of the water or the soil. And the node is where the leaf, okay, there's your leaf. This is the petiole where the leaf is attached to, and that attaches to the vine, right? So where it attaches onto the vine, that's a node, and you can see a lot of times there's a root there already. So those are the roots that are going to grow, okay? So you want to make sure to have at least 1 or 2 nodes under the surface of the water or the soil, whatever one you're using, and then make sure you have at least 1 or 2 leaves. You don't want to use bare stems. Have at least 1 or 2 leaves, okay? So I'm just going to arrange these in here, and you know what? I'm going to put even the ones that didn't root in there. If they don't take, they don't take. So all of these have roots. This one does not. I'm just going to shove it in there a little deeper. Okay. It still may root. This one has a nice root. Put it right in there, and this one, oh, that's something else. Anyway, all right. I'm going to put in this the rest of the soil here, and finish filling in with my potting mix. All right, and that's it. Gently press it down, give it a good water, and you're good to go. I'm going to hang this in my sunroom, and you know, as the plant grows, if it gets too long, chop them off, propagate more, and put them back in the original pot. So that's how you get a nice and full plant if you don't start with one. Especially, you know, if you start with cuttings, it'll take a while before it gets to be a specimen. So you can just simply cut, you know, propagate more segments and put them back in the original pot when you repot. And this one will take a while to fill up with roots, so it should be easy if I chop off my plant and make it fuller. So here's another one. This one actually got, these things grow crazy fast. And I have one more plant that I'm going to do. This is getting long. Isn't this beautiful? This is a variegated lipstick plant. They're actually related to African violets. They're in the same plant family. And they have beautiful, I have another one that I have outside here, the non-variegated version. So I rooted this one in water as well. And it's been a long time. I probably should have potted it up a while ago. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in here. So I'm gonna take my potting mix. Waited way too long to put this in. And you know what? Don't worry about people saying, oh, it's been in water for too long and it's not going to adjust. Just put it in there, okay? Don't listen to them. Just do it. Okay, there's nothing wrong. You don't want to leave them in there forever, but really, just put them in there. If you're scared to do it, you're never going to have a plant, okay? Please just plant them, okay? And wow, these, I'm actually surprised at how vigorously these grew in just water. So I'm just kind of putting them in here one by one and arranging them. I might actually hang this one too. So these lipstick plants, I think eastern windows are really good for them. They don't want too much sun, so if you have an African violet that's doing well somewhere, these will also do well. They like bright indirect light, and a little bit of sun is fine. A little bit of morning sun especially is perfectly fine, okay? And these have beautiful flowers and actually look like lipsticks. That's why they call them lipstick vine or lipstick plant. I'm almost done here. I'm so excited that I was able to do this. Our weather has finally gotten kind of nice, or at least we're getting some days that are nice here, so I prefer to do this outside. All right, here we go. And again, you want them secure in there, so don't press down with all your might, but press gently down onto the soil so you have good contact with your roots. And here we go. Give it a good water and put it back by the window. So I hope everyone enjoyed this segment, and be sure to visit my blog if you haven't already done so at ohiotropics.com, and you can subscribe for free. I have a ton of information on there for houseplant care, and I do some writing outside for outdoor plants as well. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here as well, and like and comment on this post. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.